The next piece is to think about the blue ocean in the red ocean. Now, what is finding out the blue ocean and red ocean? It's pretty much this. In every single market, chances are there is somebody that's crushing it right now. There is somebody that is killing it, making over $1 million a year at least in whatever market you're in. No matter how crazy it is, whether it's playing computer games, whether it's learning how to play the piano, whether it's baking a cake, whether it's wine tasting, there's somebody crushing it, right? So one of the things we want to be doing next is we want to think about how are they doing it in terms of understanding their business model to find that blue ocean in the red ocean. Okay, so it's not about, many people think that it's about what they sell. Sometimes people think it's about the price points, when it's about all of that, okay? And the three things, okay, so in this section, which is finding the blue ocean and red ocean, there are three things you need to understand and model somebody else to use as the benchmark. Now, when I use the word model, I want to be clear about this. I'm not saying go copy somebody else, but rather I'm talking about looking at what they do in terms of these three things. What are these three things? It's the hook, the story, and the offer. Okay, so if you want to move on to the next step that you want to be doing is creating the blue ocean in the red ocean by modeling what is the hook, story, and offer. And this is where, if you create and finish this part, that's where you'll be able to check off this box, okay? By understanding the blue ocean and red ocean, by understanding what the hook, story, and offer is. Okay, so let's talk about our next thing, okay? So, okay, hook, story, offer. What is the hook, story, offer to find the blue ocean in the red ocean? It's this. Wait, am I? Yep, I am sharing it. Okay, great. Okay, great. So hook, story, offer. Now, what are these three components in here? These three components in here is, this is so weird. Like, I want to change my color, but okay, let's see if it's blue color. Okay, looks like I got it. Hook, story, offer. What is the hook? Now, it's important to understand what your hook is because this is where you'll be able to understand your messaging behind this. Okay, back to hook, story, offer. Hook, story, offer is number one. What is the hook? The hook here is to think about when you're looking at somebody else's thing, what is the thing that makes people care? Okay, the hook, you've heard me say this, is a pattern interrupt. It is the thing that stops people in their tracks, that gives you that 5 seconds to say something, that gives you that attention. Okay, so that's the pattern interrupt. Now, if you take a look at all of my offers and in my messaging, you always see that I'm saying something to get somebody's attention. It's basically where I say something like, for example, my upcoming one, Event Codex, I say my hook is basically webinars are dead, right? And if I target the right market, my target audience, people who are doing webinars would be like, why are webinars dead? Okay, so when you're looking at somebody's offer, which is now the second step over here, you want to think about like, what is their hook they're using? There's always this hook, which is the pattern interrupt. Like, what's the hook? Why should people care? That's number one. Think about number one. when you're looking at somebody's offer, what is the hook? Number two is what is the story that they have behind it? And number three, what is their offer? In every great marketer will have a great hook, they'll have a great story, and what is their offer. Now, when you take a look at what other people do, when you want to take a look at their offer, the only real way to understand what their offer is to go through their funnel. So one thing you want to do, okay, and this is an investment. If you are going into the how to play piano by ear market, the one thing you got to do is find out who is crushing it in the how to play piano by ear market and go through their entire funnel by buying all of their stuff. Okay, this is something I've done in every single market that I go into. It is basically your tuition fee for doing market research. Go through their funnel, buy all their upsells, and see what it is that they're doing. So like in the ClickFunnels community, they call it what? Funnel hacking, right? Which is really crucial. It's not because you want to copy them, but it's because you want to understand and model the business model for you to model later on. Okay, so this is the second step. So the second step is to look at what is somebody else's hook, story, and offer, not to copy again, but to use as the benchmark to create the thing that you want to create. Okay, so you will be able to check off this box when you have gone through and studied somebody else in your market that is crushing it, and you can list down what the hook, story, and offer is. Okay, which is basically this next step. Okay, so I'm trying to get out my iPad again. So let me share my screen again. Okay, so if you want to move on to the next step that you want to be doing is creating the blue ocean in the red ocean by modeling what is the hook, story, and offer. And this is where, if you create and finish this part, that's where you'll be able to check off this box, okay? By understanding the blue ocean and red ocean, by understanding what the hook, story, and offer is.